I'm Nick Metz, Chief of the Aurora Police Department. I want to start off by saying that the information that I'm going to be providing to you right now is preliminary in nature. The investigation that we're doing right now is still ongoing. So the information we receive is still dynamic, and it's always ever changing. So as we get more and more information over the course of the next few hours and the next few days, we'll make sure that we provide that information to you. At about 4:55 p.m. this afternoon, an RTD bus was traveling northbound on Sable, just passing Bayard here, and it's the bus right there behind me. The victim in this situation was on the bus along with another male. We're not really sure exactly what was going on the bus, but there may have been some kind of confrontation going on. The bus stopped. The victim got off the bus, and when he got off the bus, there were two males at the corner, and when he got off the bus, the two males confronted him and fired several shots. The victim was hit numerous times. At this point, it appears that his wounds are non-life-threatening. The victim went down. The suspects ran into the apartment complex behind me, and then went to a particular apartment and were hiding out there. Obviously, 911 was called. We received several phone calls. Officers responded to the scene immediately. Combination of District 2 patrol officers, our DART team, SWAT, numerous officers responded to the scene and were canvassing the apartment. Information was coming in from neighbors. Some of that may have been due to the fact that our dispatch center was proactive in putting out a reverse 911 alert to the residents in this apartment complex, telling them to stay put, also telling them what was happening. Meanwhile, while this is all going on and a search for the suspects is happening, the Aurora Fire Department and medics arrived on scene, began immediate life-saving measures on the victim, and he was transported to Aurora South Medical Center. And again, it was not life-threatening injuries. The officers on scene were able to get some information that of a particular apartment. They were able to make entry into that apartment where they took 3 suspects into custody. Those suspects have been positively identified as being involved in the shooting incident behind me. Those suspects have been taken into custody, and they're down at District 2 right now where the investigation continues. I think that's it for right now, unless you have any questions. Were they members of gangs? We're still investigating that. It appears that way, but right now there's still more investigation. Again, that's possible. But even if they were 2 different gangs, it doesn't necessarily mean it was gang related. It could have just been a confrontation.
So you don't know the nature of the confrontation?
Not as of yet.
Were they waiting for him to get off the bus, or was it just they have to run into each other?
You know, really, that's still part of the investigation. So we'll figure that out.
The victim, do you know how old the suspects look pretty young?
They look young, but they're all adults. I think except for maybe there was one juvenile who was considered a person of interest at this time. My understanding is the victim is an adult. I don't know the nature.
This is a question I've been asking your PIO for weeks now. The last big shooting incidents, there was one over the weekend, and then there was a homicide on East Mercer Drive. Are those also gang-related?
I don't know specifically on that, but that's information we can try to get to.
There's an uptick, at least in Denver, with gang-related shootings. Are you seeing the same trends in Aurora?
Not to the level that we've seen in Denver. So of course, given that we border Denver, we're very alert to what's happening here. We're staying as vigilant as possible and making sure that we're staying on top of everything that's going on.
Do you have any idea what's fueling these gang shootings? I mean, I know that you don't know the nature of the confrontation right now, but is there anything that you're looking at as a theme across some of these shootings if you are investigating gang ties?
You know, I can't get into specifics because I don't really know, but oftentimes what you'll see with gang violence is that one gang shoots one gang member, and then there's the retaliation, and it kind of goes back and forth. So I can't say that's what's happening here, so I don't want to let you say that, but oftentimes it's what you'll see.
What about the other passengers? Were there other passengers on the bus, and how many?
I don't have that information.
Do you think that you'll be releasing the names of the suspects tonight?
I don't know.
You have everybody in custody that you're looking for?
That we know of, but again, the investigation continues, so there's the potential that there could be more outside.
So the person of interest, the juvenile, was not one of the three.
We're still trying to figure that out. Okay?
Was it their apartment that they ran into, or was this just some random apartment they stayed in? Or
What I can say is that it doesn't appear that they live there. It does not appear that they live there. So, but again, we're trying to determine the location.
But was there a family or anyone inside?
The occupants of the apartment were there. Again, we're still trying to figure out what this location is.
Did they come out?
Sorry?
They weren't strangers.
I don't really know.
Did they come out willingly, or did you guys have to go in?
I think they came out. They didn't put up much notice.
Do you know anything about them, their criminal histories or anything?
Not